We're here to start this day, and I hope you don't mind if I say it's gonna be good. I hope you don't mind on this day that I'm here to shout and say it's go good. It's so good. Having love morning with you. We're having a love morning with you. We're having a good morning with you. Happy love morning. I had high hopes for that one. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. If you're here for the first time, well, I try to make up a song every time. Doesn't seem not it's not broadcasting yet, so you might not have heard that song. There we are. Now we are live. Yes, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning. Hello, Terry. Good morning. If you're here, say hello. Let us know that you are here and we are sharing this now moment with like-minded, open-hearted people like you. What are you feeling grateful for? Let's see, what am I grateful for? I am grateful that I took a big step today. I reserved a location to do a little in-person retreat in January in San Diego. I decided, you know what, we're having a Pink Heart fundraiser that weekend on Saturday night, so I'm going to do like a radical self-expression weekend and to do a little workshop. So if people want to come into town for the party, I'll do some workshop stuff. Definitely Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Friday. So stay tuned for details on that, but that was exciting for me to like reserve a location. Good morning, Carlene, and good morning, Belle. How am I? I'm good. I've been kind of in a weird state in some ways. Like there's things in the world that have been unsettling. There's things in kind of my relationship to social media that have been a little unsettling. I've been ungrounded. Luckily, I've been very grounded in my relationship. That has been an anchor for me. And also friends and family have been super awesome. So in the grand scheme of things, all the important stuff is great. Terry is grateful for cold, crisp air and the puppy on my lap. Nice. I do enjoy a little bit cooler day. I mean, it's sunny out, but I'm wearing a jacket, which is that's best of all worlds. Although I admit it, I do like a little overcast. I like the clouds. I am a partial shade creature. Some climates I do not, I wither. Good morning, Rachel. Rachel is grateful for gratitude. Me too. I'm grateful for this practice, grateful for the opportunity to connect, and grateful for, oh gosh, I missed some. Gerbot's here, and so is Razorblade and Joyous. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Razorblade is complimenting my hat, which seems a little, now I see it, my reflection, the bill's a little wacky, but that's all right. Joyous, she's saying she likes the idea of the fundraiser / retreat weekend. Thank you. Gearbot says, so grateful for all the family and friends that showed up to my mom's celebration of life yesterday. Also grateful for your words on the topic a couple days ago. Thanks, Gearbot. I was, it was between you and Panos, both going through such a intense experience of it. Really, I really appreciated you both sharing and, allowing us to kind of experience, I don't know, the love, the appreciation, the gratitude, the intensity of what you're going through. That's one of the joys of this practice for me. The reasons for it is to expand our human experience beyond the life we're living into the lives of others that are willing to share and open, and so that the richness is just amplified. So thank you. Good morning, Wonderland. Good morning, Natasha. Tasha is grateful for my partner coming tomorrow for a visit and the darkness thanks to the time change. Yeah, I'm planning for this weekend in January, and I'm like, okay, I want to coincide some stuff with sunset. When is sunset? 5 o'clock? Okay. So let's see. When do we start? Antonia, good morning. What a treat to see you today. Antonia, if you heard me singing the praises of my weekend, Antonia was the one that I did the interview with and got so inspired by. So make sure if you haven't clicked all the links on my last newsletter, so you get to see her incredible work in the world, music and spoken word and love ambassadorship. Yay, I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful for re-meeting you this weekend. Good morning. Carlene says, I've been feeling overwhelmed as family members and close friends are suffering with health issues. I can't help them. I'm grateful that my health is stable at this point. So I sent out an email yesterday about ripples and just having faith that what you do in the world matters and just trust the ripples. And I got 2 people posted on my page yesterday that were basically saying thank you for your ripples and gave me examples of things that had helped them. And one person said that there's an essay in my first book that they share with people all the time, and it's relevant to what you're saying. I think it's relevant to everything, but it's an essay called "Life Isn't Fair," and it helped. It actually was wild because it related to things I'd been struggling with lately, in just that, my grandpa used to use the term that we're all the product of an obstetrical accident, meaning you are born into a culture, a family, a skin color, an economic window, there's just so many things that you're born into, and it's totally unfair, and that determines your life. I mean, not everything about your life, but it has a huge impact on the experience you're going to have in this lifetime. And it's easy to be frustrated by how unfair it is. And I talk about how like one of the earliest lessons of childhood is this life is just not fair. Mom, you got more ice cream than me. Life's not fair. It's so unfair. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's totally unfair. And if you are upset every time things are unfair, you're going to be upset a lot. That doesn't mean you can't try to make things more fair or suggest next time we do ice cream, can we measure it with whatever. However, it is incorrect to make the conclusion that if somebody has more advantages, more privilege, more money, more whatever, that their experience is better. It is incorrect to conclude that more struggle is worse. It just is. And that is our dharma, that is our karma, and a life of too much ease does not create an incredible person or a worthy life story. A life of adventure, struggle, drama, overcoming obstacles creates a warrior, a badass, a healer of the collective. And so while you don't want to wish hardship on anyone, you don't want to wish illness on anyone, you also have to accept that these are the struggles that create the humans that we have the potential to be. If you remove the struggles, you rob the human of their possibilities. So, as parents, as with your children, as a child with an aging parent, with ourselves, we have to recognize that strong trees do not grow unless they are beaten about by the wind and storms. The roots need adversity to build strength. So, much love to your suffering close ones, and also some acceptance that there are things we cannot judge from our vantage point. Good morning, Janet. If you're here, say hello. Let us know something that you're grateful for. Joyce is grateful for ways to push through and tools that bring me through another day. Grateful for my motivation today to be out and about on likely one of the last warmer days. And the account aunt says, today I'm grateful for research and devices. It does literally take so much courage to put yourself out there, so kudos to all who feel their authenticity is out there just as much as in here. Nice. And if you missed my first gratitude I shared, I'm going to do a in-person authenticity radical self-expression workshop in January, 12th, 13th, 14th in San Diego, to coincide with the Pink Heart fundraiser down here, so we can kind of, even as a group, dress up and go radically self-express. Which doesn't necessarily mean visually, it means authentically, as you said, accountant. Carlene says, pain and suffering is growth. I have this video of my grandpa in his hospital bed. It wasn't his last time. There was when he was there for an illness and his mouth was super dry. And he was quoting Dostoevsky saying, suffering is the only true form of education, which I don't subscribe to that. But I understand that idea. And certainly there is much to gain. What else are you grateful for? I'm grateful for this opportunity to connect and to be reminded there's like-minded, open-hearted people around the world like you. I'm grateful that I've got several things I'm going on today. I'm going to meet up with a friend, Kai, who has, let's see if I have the sticker here. Yes, Kai, the artist who did this drawing sticker of me. He is in town. I'm going to try to touch base with him. And I'm going to just got invited to dinner with my parents, which is nice. Lisa's out of town. She left this morning at 5:30. So I am solo bachelor mode. And then I might even see my friend Darren today. So gonna try to have a day of socializing, trying to run some errands, I'm super excited about kind of making a decision about the in-person thing in January. That helps. Like, I've been my relationship, always, but to social media and computer use, but last week or so, maybe even the last 48 hours, I've really been questioning these tools, these digital tools, and the amount of effort versus the amount of impact. And like I have quite a few videos, and I almost always make and then post, and I've got quite a few that I have just not posted. I feel like it seems like it hurt on deaf ears. And so I've been thinking, well, maybe I should do something different. Maybe I should put more energy into writing. So I've been looking at some old drafts of things, and maybe an in-person, maybe an online, workshops. But even more exciting to me is doing something in person. So that was the decision of the day and the action of reserving a space. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my own courage to make a change. I've been scared of saying I'm going to do something in person. I have a fear that no one will show up. It's one of the things I like to do things online. If nobody's here, it's no big deal. I didn't drive someplace and set up an auditorium and rent a room and put flowers in the corner of the room and then stand in front of the room and nobody there. But I just roll out of bed. I'm not even wearing pants. And so it's like, cool, we're here, no risk. But so it takes a little bit of me dealing with my issues to have the courage to say, I'm going to do something. I'm going to book a room. And even if nobody shows up, I'm going to face that fear. I'm going to deal with that failure. And maybe instead, which I'm sure what will happen, I will have an awesome experience. And I will feel energized by the physical connection. Like, imagine if we were all in a physical room right now and we could feel each other's energy as I'm talking, and then you would speak and I'd hear your voice, and then we would hug, jump in the jacuzzi, watch the sunset together. Like, don't get me wrong, this is awesome, but I miss seeing your face smiling when I say something funny. So you sometimes laugh at it, right? I assume sometimes I'm funny. I think I'm funny. Good morning, Bill. Today, Bill is grateful for sales at Harbor Freight that got me 2 boxes of tiny LED flashlights to gift to the perimeter teams next year. And good morning, Steve. Good morning. Scott saying that suffering is one of many human experiences that educate us. Yes. Good morning, Jason. Scott is grateful for my daughter, who keeps checking on me after the loss of my pet dog. Things get a little better every day. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Carlene. And Scott mentioned that suffering is one of the many experiences, and that is I think I can share this. One of the when Lisa called me in through her prayers, one of the things she has been seeking is for personal growth without suffering. I think that, like I said, touched on, there is, challenges is the classroom for growth, difficulty, suffering. But there's also potential for growth through love and through connection and through collaboration and trust and relationship. Now, there's also can be suffering as parts of that, but there's beautiful education and growth that can happen without the suffering as well, I believe. Different lessons. Heather says, you cracked me up with no pants. Who would have known, right? I shouldn't have said anything. I looked so professional here in my thrift store tracksuit top. But nope, not wearing pants. Trina says, I'm grateful to live in such a beautiful country. Which country is that? Is it the United States? It is a beautiful country. I think that it would be, every once in a while I'm surprised by how many diverse, beautiful places there are within the United States and the world. Well, we're going to have a hug in just a moment. So thank you for being a part of this day for me and for one another, and for being reminders that there are beautiful people open-hearted around the world. So as we go out today and do our Love Warrior mission of being kind and smiling and connecting with people, we can know that we are part of a team. Team Hug Nation. Team Love Warrior. Love Ambassador. Natasha says, sometimes you have just already had enough suffering lessons. Yeah. Well, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a hug and feel in this place, this connection recognizing it doesn't have to be where our feet are. It can be where our heart is, and we can be in the same place. We can be connected in this place of connection. Connected in this place of connection. I said that. I mean that. And also of just opening, sharing, gratitude, feeling the gratitude from one another, feeling the challenges and the suffering of one another, and just feeling that our human experience is amplified and richer through the shared experiences. So let's feel one another as we take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here today for our Love Morning. Have a beautiful day.